going on? I'm Ben, and this is
Nick.
And welcome to another episode of How to Be a Gentleman. Today we're going to be talking about something that's very, very important for those of you that go out in social situations and want to have a good time but don't want to overdo it. How to properly drink whiskey. So today we're going to be talking about how to drink whiskey like a real gentleman. All right, so let's go through it. When you first start drinking whiskey, you're going to always want to drink it neat. And what that means is you're going to want to drink it without ice or anything to actually dilute the drink, kind of like this. So the idea behind that is when you drink a whiskey neat, you're going to get the real flavor. This is what the distillery and the place that it came from wants you to taste. So when you're doing that, there's a proper way to actually drink your whiskey. And it's what we call the two-finger pour. Now this is how it works. You're going to put 2 fingers on a glass and you are actually going to pour your whiskey to the top of that top finger, okay? And that gives you this nice pour that doesn't look like you're an alcoholic or a lush, which is what you're going for. So the idea behind this is it is going to be strong, maybe stronger than what you're used to, but the idea is we're sipping this slowly over time. Now, this may not be for you. This is not the way that I normally like to drink my whiskey. I actually like to dilute it a little bit, and there's a proper way to actually do that.
That is correct. Thank you, Ben. If you don't want to try to drink your whiskey like this right out of the gate, like some 60-year-old guy who's been doing it for a really, really long time, Ben and I like to use our whiskey balls and do it with 2 balls, 2 cubes of ice. You're gonna fill your whiskey right into the bottom of that second ball, and it's gonna dilute itself over time. You don't wanna rush into it. You don't wanna jump right in and pour it in and drink. You wanna say, I'm pouring it in, I'm having a conversation, I'm looking around the room, I'm gonna give it 5 to 10 minutes and let the whiskey ball work with the whiskey. After that, you're gonna have a good, healthy pour of whiskey, and it's not gonna have that much of a bite, like Mr. Two Fingers over here.
Exactly, and the real powerful thing is, why use a ball? Why use a ball instead of cubes of ice or crushed up ice? The idea is you're going to get a melt of the ice that is proportional to the time you're drinking. Now that may sound like some complicated math, but the idea behind it is this. It's gonna slowly melt, giving you just a little bit of a release of water over time, which makes it a whole heck of a lot easier. So hopefully you learned something today. Hopefully you know now how to drink whiskey like a gentleman. And we will see you on the next episode of How to Be a Gentleman. We'll talk to you soon.